Tulane and Florida. My guy Billy Napier. You know I'm leaning for my guy Billy Napier. This line has been jumping all over the place though. I think they announced the quarterback for Tulane will not be playing in that one.
It's
And
gonna be it's gonna be Ty Thompson. It's gonna be the Oregon transfer.
yeah, the Oregon transfer.
He's the
What do you
backup.
think about that? What do you think about that Oregon transfer guy?
I mean, let's put it this way: he was backup for Bo Nix for 2 years at Oregon. People were saying he was next in line. What they do? They go out and grab Dylan Gabriel. He hits the portal, goes to Tulane, loses in camp to this kid, but this kid who's transferring out, I believe, I forget where he's going, but the Tulane quarterback is transferring and going somewhere. And Ty Thompson played in he played in like 7 games this year. He had 6 rushing touchdowns. He's really good on the ground. His
Hmm.
arm, I mean, definitely doesn't have the best arm in the world, but this guy was the backup at Oregon to Bo Nix. He learned behind him, but like I said, he couldn't even win the job at Tulane. But I mean, he's going to want to give it all, I think, in this game. I broke this game down on Wednesday with Jose, and it was a plus 13.5. And right now I'm seeing like 10s, 11, 10 and a halves. Crazy, man. I wish I would have got on Tulane a couple days ago, but I haven't. Still might, just because I think they can stay within 10. Florida, though, they've been playing with a lot of momentum towards the end of the season. They struggled early on, a team I was fading, and they were a team you didn't want to fade towards the end of the season. Billy Napier saved himself. He's a great recruiter. He can get the guys in. He's got DJ Lagway playing in this one. Florida wins this game most likely. Tulane backdoor covers this. Shots of my guy Moose Money in the building right there. He said, "Sup, dudes? What's up, my guy? Good to see you, brother." And yeah, this should be a good game. If this continues to go down, I'm gonna kick myself for not taking the 13 on Wednesday, which was yesterday, and it's already down this low.
Yeah, a lot of that had to do with I believe the offensive coordinator Joe Cradrick's moving into the new position, and also John Summerall is active for Tulane, and he has recently signed a contract extension over there. So some wild information on that one. But it says here that Ty Thompson is in the transfer portal, but he will be starting for the game. How do you think that's going to play out?
Yeah, I don't know that you can't tell with these guys in the portal, honestly, if they're going to play or not. It's really up to them. The coaches, I think it's them. It's either up to them or the coach. It depends on what program you're at. Some of these kids who are going to play and some of them aren't. Just never know.
Yeah. I'm a Billy Napier guy, and I think I lean towards laying the points in this one, regardless of what it is, because, he had one of I think the fifth toughest schedule
They did have the fifth
over
toughest
there.
schedule. Yep.
So he's played, and he started off, what was it, 3-3 or something, and he ended up 7-5 or something. He made a bowl game, with
Yeah,
the
I,
toughest
I, I
schedule.
was very surprised that they turned it around, and so I mean, Billy Napier
Yeah.
saved his job.
Yeah, then would they have Lagway is making
DJ
his way.
Lagway, the 5-star, the freshman. He's
Yes.
going to be good. I mean, he's big time, and they're recruiting good over there. They've gotten some good 4 or 5 star guys coming in again next year. So it's tough to play in the SEC with the schedules that these teams have, but I mean, like what Moose said, I think he does have his players bought in. Billy Napier does. Not a lot of guys hit the portal, surprisingly enough. So
Yeah, after all, it looks like Billy Napier is gonna make it out of this pretty good. Shout out to my man Moose Money in the chat. He says Florida not having a ton of guys in the portal kind of shows me Napier got his guys brought in. Yeah, and they said it would take time for Napier to get it, because the type of coaching style he has. Said it would take time. So he even said early on that there'd be a few players that he doesn't get along with that would shake the spot on him, which also happened in his first year. So I like thing. It's just difficult laying points in these big games like this. So I don't know. This is definitely good for something exotic. Maybe tease it down. You know what I'm saying? Or some of you, if you like Tulane, you might want to tease that up. Any questions you want to have for for this game right here?
yeah, who does AI think has the better quarterback?
Who has the better quarterback? Let's see what it says. Uh, so Ty Thompson, the Oregon transfer, is going to be starting. However, he was effective as a runner, 243 yards and 6 touchdowns and 40 carries. Like I said, he's also in the portal. DJ Lagway took over as starter for Graham Mertz. Lagway threw 1,600 yards, 11 touchdowns, 7 interception. Missed a little time to some injury. Um, the sources do note that Lagway isn't an overly efficient passer, and then it concludes with while the sources do not explain data who the better quarterback is, it does provide some information about the quarterbacks for each team. Ty Thomas has limited passing experience, but is effective as a runner, whereas Lagway has more passing experience, but not very efficient. The source implies Lagway's performance has been inconsistent. So I don't know. That sounds and I believe a lot of sharps are on Tulane. That sounds like taking those points not too bad for a bowl game. What
Yeah,
you
this
think?
is going to be a good one. Like I said, I mean, it's a lot of points for Florida to be laying here. So I mean, maybe Ty Thompson. We haven't seen him do too much through the air. He's very one dimensional on the ground. So it's going to be an interesting one. I maybe tease Tulane in this spot. A little 2-team 6-point teaser in this one, and tease Tulane back up to 16.
Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Detroit. And of course, shout out to Moose Money. My man Moose Money says, Chat GPT capper now. He's dead. Nah, this one is a little this ain't Chat GPT. It's a little different. It only equates what you put into it. So I only put the VSIN prediction for the game into it. So it's just giving me back, what I put in there in regards to that. And it'll tell you in a minute, I can't get this information or I can't do that. So it's pretty clean, even though it's AI. I've caught it making mistakes before, but it does make some of my homework a little bit better, especially on games that I really don't plan on really betting, but I still have to kind of go over them. Kind of makes it quick for me to just ask questions. And let's take a look at the weather in that game too. Got to get these weathers in, man, because right here, 69 degrees, Tampa, Florida game, same situation right here. So they should be good as far as the weather is in the home mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. But yeah, that's it for that one, man. So I don't know. I'm up in the air, but I totally agree with you. Taking Tulane teased up to 19 doesn't sound bad at all. Especially you never know how teams are gonna play in a game like that. And then, to the bright side of that, the Ty Thompson guy, he might do great because he wants to make an impression on where he's going in this bowl game right now. He's getting the opportunity to play in a not a primetime game, but something closer to a primetime game. So, if he does a good job right there, then it kind of raises his stocks. Maybe transfer somewhere bigger than he thought he was going. But let's move into the Friday night special right here, man. Y'all already know what it is. We going over to the college